Your local workwear and uniform stockist.
Part of the Ace Radio Network. 88.5, 103.9, 102.5 Edge FM.
24 degrees in Melbourne, mostly sunny tomorrow, a top of 24. It's 4 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Tony Tardio. Erin Patterson has faced the Latrobe Valley Magistrates Court for the second time since being charged with 3 counts of murder and 5 of attempted murder. The 49-year-old is accused of serving up a beef Wellington at her Leongatha home in July last year, which allegedly contained death cap mushrooms. During the brief hearing, her barrister told the magistrate she would prefer to have her case in Morwell rather than in Melbourne or be fast-tracked to the Supreme Court, despite being told it's likely she'll remain in custody for more than a year. 7 News reporter Cassie Zerva says the hearing was watched by international media in the United States, the UK and New Zealand.
There's so much interest in this case, and I think it's got so much to it as well. We heard that there's 32 witnesses. We heard that one of them is, of course, the sole survivor, and that's Ian Wilkinson. And I think his version of what happened and what once he was released from hospital, what he was able to tell the homicide squad and investigators has been able to play such a crucial role.
Patterson will face court again next month. A senior constable has been charged with 5 counts of sexual assault against 2 women after an internal investigation. The incidents allegedly occurred in September last year, while the male officer, who was upgraded to sergeant at the time, was off duty. The 51-year-old from Transit and Public Safety Command will face court at a later date. A female comedian has slammed fellow comedian Aj Barker after he kicked a breastfeeding mother out of his show at the Melbourne International Comedy Festival. Trish says she felt humiliated after being told to leave his show on the weekend. Barker has defended his action, claiming the 7-month-old baby was making noises that were ruining his train of thought. But Ellen Marnie says the woman was verbally abused by male members of the audience and the situation was poorly handled by Barker.
He could have done so many things to intervene and just advocate for respect even for this person, but it was almost like he wanted the crowd to do his dirty work, and he was happy once it had happened.
Victoria has been snubbed as a potential host for the 2026 Women's Asian Cup, despite being the official home of the Matildas. Stephanie Wacklowick reports.
The $43 million home of the Matildas opened at Latrobe University last year, but Victoria has still missed out. New South Wales, Queensland and Western Australia named the proposed host cities for the 2026 Women's Asian Cup. The Yellen government maintains Victoria has a strong relationship with Football Australia, a government spokeswoman saying in a statement hosting matches would conflict and overlap with other major events, including the Australian Open and international and domestic cricket, but refused to confirm whether Victoria actually put in a bid. The state opposition has questioned whether the Commonwealth Games debacle had an impact. Deputy Opposition Leader David Southwick saying it's a huge embarrassment.
It's a real shock, a huge failure, an absolute huge failure.
At State Parliament, Stephanie Wacklowick, 9 News.
In finance news, the share market up 69 points, the dollar by 64.4 US cents.
Echuca Auto Group, the home of Kia and Cherry, Northern Highway Echuca.
TWS will challenge 1-game bans handed to both Toby Green and Jesse Hogan in a bid to free them to play on Thursday night against Brisbane. West Coast will also head to the tribunal to try to overturn Tom Barrass's sanction for rough conduct. Essendon coach Brad Scott says he won't necessarily axe a key position player to accommodate a returning Peter Wright, but admits the weather will influence his Anzac Day plans. Oscar Piastri's impressive debut season in Formula Formula One continues, picking up more points at the Chinese Grand Prix. He finished 8th despite significant damage during the safety car restart pile-up. Piastri says it probably cost him a better place finish.
I don't know how much time it was worth, but looking at the back of the car after the race, it was pretty destroyed.
It's 4:05. That's the latest in news and sport.
If you're a tradie and you can't afford $30 a week to market your business, are you even serious about success? Be a trusty tradie. Call 5881-1811.
Promote the Shop Local message in your town for less than $6 a week. Have your business advertised on radio all year long. Plus, you get a cool Shop Local sticker to display. Frankie said she's a fan of impersonation.
Thank you very much.
But not of people impersonating Australia Post. That's why we've made all delivery updates available on the AusPost app, so she'll know they're from us, and us alone. You ask, we deliver at Australia Post.
Your official emergency broadcaster, 102.5 Edge FM. Edge FM weather.
Hurtle Group, proudly fueling rural Australia since 1974.
Your 4-day forecast across northern Victoria and southern Riverina. We're in for a sunny afternoon with light winds. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, light winds, heading for a top of 28 degrees. Cooling down on Wednesday, a mostly sunny day and a top of 20 degrees. And partly cloudy on Anzac Day Thursday and a top of 20 degrees.
The Big Mac is the original mouthful, a one-of-a-kind flavour that now comes in 3 sizes.
Right now, it's 25 degrees.